Dominus Vobiscum. Today I will be talking about the Marian Apparition of Our Lady of Fatima, which is about the Blessed Virgin Mary who appeared to three little children named Francisco, Lucia, and Jacinta. This was Francisco, this was Lucia, and this was Jacinta. Now Lucia was the main seer of the three children. Now, I will only explain briefly about the Marian apparitions which took place at Fatima, Portugal, and you will have to do some research and figure out other stuff on your own. That is, if you want to learn more about this Marian apparition. The Blessed Virgin appeared to them on the 13th day of each month, from May 13th, 1917 to October 13th, 1917. Now, scientists and secularists have said that the great miracle of the sun, which occurred on October 13th, 1917, in front of a crowd approximately at the number of 70,000 people, was a mass delusion or UFO, and Protestants and evangelicals, or whatever you want to be called, say this was an apparition from Satan himself. The Virgin Mary gave the three little children three secrets. Now I will read you the three secrets in which the Blessed Virgin Mary gave to the three children. The first secret was a vision of hell, and I will read it to you. Our Lady showed us a great sea of fire which seemed to be under the earth. Plunged in this fire were demons and souls in human form, like transparent burning embers, all blackened or burnished bronze, floating about in the conflagration, now raised into the air by the flames that issued from within themselves, together with great clouds of smoke, now falling back on every side like sparks in a huge fire without weight or equilibrium, and amid shrieks and groans of pain and despair, which horrified us and made us tremble with fear. The demons could be distinguished by their terrifying and repulsive likeness to frightful and unknown animals, all black and transparent. This vision lasted but an instant. How can we ever be grateful enough to our kind Heavenly Mother, who had already prepared us by promising in the first apparition to take us to heaven? Otherwise, I think we would have died of fear and terror. The second secret is a statement that World War I would end, and goes on to predict another world war. World War II, during the reign of Pope Pius XI, should men continue offending God, and should Russia not convert. The second half requests that Russia be consecrated to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. You have seen hell, where the souls of poor sinners go. To save them, God wishes to establish in the world devotion to my Immaculate Heart. If what I say to you is done, many souls will be saved, and there will be peace. The war is going to end, but if people do not cease offending God, a worse one will break out during the pontificate of Pope Pius XI. When you see a night illuminated by an unknown light, know that this is a great sign given to you by God, that He is about to punish the world for its crimes by means of war, famine, and persecutions of the Church and the Holy Father. To prevent this, I shall come to ask for the consecration of Russia to my Immaculate Heart, and the communion of reparation on the first Saturdays. If my requests are heeded, Russia will be converted, and there will be great peace. If not, She will spread her errors throughout the world, causing wars and persecutions of the church. The good will be martyred. The Holy Father will have much to suffer. Various nations will be annihilated. In the end, my Immaculate Heart will triumph. The Holy Father will consecrate Russia to me, and she shall be converted, and a period of peace will be granted to the world. The third secret of Fatima. I write in obedience to you, my God, who command me to do so through His Excellency the Bishop of Lieria and through your most holy mother and mine. After the two parts which I have already explained, at the left of Our Lady and a little above, we saw an angel with a flaming sword in his left hand, flashing. It gave out flames that looked as though they would set the world on fire, but they died out in contact with the splendor that Our Lady radiated towards him from her right hand. Pointing to the earth with his right hand, the angel cried out loud in a loud voice, "Penance! Penance! Penance!" And we saw in an immense light that is God, something similar to how people appear in a mirror when they pass in front of it, a bishop dressed in white. We had the impression that it was the Holy Father, other bishops, priests, men, and religious women going up to a steep mountain, at the top of which there was a big cross of rough-hewn trunks, as of a cork tree with the bark. Before reaching there, the Holy Father passed through a big city, half in ruins and half trembling with halting step, afflicted with pain and sorrow. He prayed for the souls of the corpses he met on his way, having reached the top of the mountain. On his knees at the front of the big cross, he was killed by a group of soldiers who fired bullets and arrows at him. And in the same way there died one after another the other bishops, priests, men and women religious, and various lay people of different ranks and positions beneath the two arms of the cross. There were two angels, each with a crystal aspersorium in his hand, in which they gathered up the blood of the martyrs, and with it sprinkled the souls that were making their way to God. Now those were the three secrets of Fatima that were given to the three children. Now, the Virgin Mary. Now, the first two secrets were written down by Lucia at this time, when she had joined the convent, and she gave the two secrets to the Vatican. The third secret was to be released by the Vatican in 1960, because Lucia said that by this time it would be clearly understood, but the Vatican did not release the third secret until the year 2000. Some, like Pope John Paul II, said that the third secret refers to the shooting of Pope John himself, which occurred on May 13th, 1981. And other Fatima fanatics like me say that it is going to be the future suffering of the church during the Great Tribulation before the apocalypse. Anyways, I think that it refers to both the shooting and the Great Tribulation that we will have to suffer before the end. The Virgin Mary asked the three children to pray for the conversion of poor sinners, and told them that people must repent of their sins. The Virgin Mary asked the three if they were willing to offer themselves to God for the conversion of poor sinners, and they agreed to this. The Virgin Mary gave them three secrets, but Jacinta could not keep her mouth closed about the Marian apparitions. Jacinta went and told, and everyone began to verbally abuse the children, telling them to stop making up lies and having crazy imaginations. But in the long run, they also made the 3 children release the 3 secrets. But the children said, no, we will not tell you the secrets, for Mary had told us to keep the secrets for now. In July, the Virgin told them that she will perform a great miracle on October 13th, 1917, so that the persecutors of the children may believe. Anyways, after the vision of hell, the 3 children were so frightened that they asked Our Lady if they were going to heaven. The Virgin Mary said yes. Jacinta and Francisco will soon join God, but Lucia must stay on earth for a long time to spread the devotion to the Immaculate Heart of Mary and ask people to pray for the conversion of poor sinners, that later on they will not have to enter the fires of hell. On October 13, 1917, on a rainy day, 70,000 witnesses came to see if the apparitions were true. Among the witnesses were the faithful, the atheists, and the indifferent. When the Virgin appeared, the great miracle of the sun took place. The sun zigzagged toward the crowd. The witnesses were so afraid to the point that they thought the world was going to end. Many of them kneeled and even confessed their sins out loud, and asking God to forgive their sins. After the miracle of the sun took place, they noticed that the ground they were standing and kneeling on were completely dry, including their clothes. Now, if it were a UFO, as you know, the scientists and the atheists say, how is it that the children knew what day the UFO was going to come? Exactly on October 13th, 1917, when the Virgin promised to the 3 children on July 13th that she would perform a great miracle in October, that they may all believe the 3 children. However, also, how do UFOs make people's clothes dry unless those aliens have a great big blow dryer? Jacinta and Francisco passed away within the next 2 years from the influenza, as Our Lady had promised that they would come to heaven with God first. But they rejoiced before they left this world, because they knew they were going to heaven, while Lucia stayed on earth to spread the devotion to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Lucia joined the convent and became a nun, and passed away at the age of 97 on February 13th, 2005. Now, did you notice something about that? She passed away on the 13th day, the day that the apparitions took place. Now, if you also add February, which is the 2nd month, add 1, add 3, add 2, add 5, February 13th, 2005, it would also equal to 13. Pope John Paul II had a great devotion to the Virgin Mary. And no, it's not called Mary worship, it's called honoring the Virgin Mary. He was shot on May 13th, 1981 by Mehmet Ali Akka, which fulfilled the 3rd secret of Fatima. He passed away on April 2nd, 2005. Did you also notice something about his death? If you add April, which is 4 plus 2 plus 2005, it also equals to the number 13. Pope John Paul II had a great devotion to the Blessed Virgin. I believe that the number 13 refers to Mary, as Jesus' number is the number 3, such as he rose on the 3rd day after his death. He died at 3 o'clock. He died when he was 33 years old. The 1st and 2nd secrets were released in the 1940s to the Vatican, but the 3rd secret was not revealed